you just gotta run around with everyone out.
I could probably. Just be a good punch in the face.
And we're back. Hey everyone, welcome to Horizon Radio. Today we got a really great episode for you today. We're going to be breaking down everything that has been going on so far within this March Madness tournament. We're not going to no fights today. Just some basketball talk. We'll get into it right now. Labeled behind me is the 16 remaining teams that are left in the field of play in the tournament. So in our four regions, we have the Southwest, East, and Midwest. Representing our South region, we have Auburn, Michigan, Ole Miss, and Michigan State University. The Michigan State University. Representing the West, you have Florida, Maryland, Texas Tech, and Arkansas. Arkansas is currently the lowest rated seed, still remaining in the tournament at a 10 seed. They're also coached by former Kentucky head coach John Calipari. They stunk halfway through the year, and they finally found their form.
Yeah,
it looked pretty good.
He finally got it together, Nick. My goodness.
Yes. Moving to the East, we have Duke and Arizona, BYU and Alabama. And then our last region, which is the Midwest, which is where we'll have Houston and Purdue and Kentucky and Tennessee. I think there are still a lot of really good teams left within the tournament. I don't really think from here anything will really get super duper crazy. I think from about the Sweet 16 and going forward within the tournament, I think your best teams really have their ability to shine. I think your teams that are the most consistent, most efficient on offense and defense. Obviously I'm saying, yes, thank you, Captain Obvious. But, I think this is the time where, your McNeese States aren't going to roll in and upset Clemson. You'll have stuff where, on the flip side, they play Purdue and they get rolled by Purdue because the better team shows up and plays. But yeah, I think it's been a pretty cool tournament so far. I will be honest. I think comparing it to previous year's tournaments, I think it's been a little bit of a disappointment.
Yeah.
Just because there haven't been as many upsets, and the only cool and this is the only rant I'm gonna have about the whole tournament, but the only small school that got a feature was an equipment manager.
Right.
That was at McNeese State.
Yeah.
And that
equipment manager
is so lame. He's so
think
lame.
so?
Oh, he's
yes.
so lame,
I would agree.
Okay, first off,
No.
I'm a 49ers fan.
I'd
He's
chill
using the
with that guy.
Debo Samuel boombox gimmick.
You're a Niners fan?
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate.
Why?
No, it's not.
Uh,
No,
I'm
it's
a Giants
not.
fan,
No, it's
so-
not. You're fine. You're
my
fine.
bad. So
No.
I'm just following.
That's how it
in
always
steps.
is.
Yeah.
Pops.
Gotta following in the steps of Pops. But
Also, they've made it further to the Super Bowl than most teams have in the last couple
yeah,
years.
but they haven't won one. It's okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think, it's cool that a guy like that is getting his platform and he's getting his 15 seconds of fame on the internet and he's getting his NIL deals and he's getting his bag. Kudos to him for that. But I think at the base of the tournament, it's about the players themselves that got the teams to that position. This equipment manager didn't go out on the floor and play 20-25 minutes a night for McNeese State.
Role player.
Yeah.
Role
You're
player.
all player.
He was getting 15 waters a game. If you want to break down the towels, the waters per game.
Now-
He's probably got
You're
some
going to talk
elite
about the
numbers.
greatest players of all time. This man's averaging 24 water bottles, 7 towels, 4 walkout songs played. I mean, he's up there.
Now, Nick, I will say, being a former manager myself in another life, you're right. It's not we do what we do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you and tell you, if my girls would have told me, "Here's your 15 seconds of fame," I don't know that I would have taken it. I don't, because again, you're right. I never did score, and I was fine with that because they did the work. I did all the prep work, so all they had to do was focus on the game. That was we all have to play our parts.
Yeah.
There's
And it's also
and again, that's speaking from experience.
I mean, if you're joining on as an equipment manager at a school, you are getting the opportunity to do that. Someone is hiring you, giving you the opportunity to do this. I mean, I don't know. Still, kudos. He got his you know, he got his bag, he got his fame. Good for him. But
Yeah.
I just think it's sad that it took away from a lot of the players, especially on McNeese State, because they're one of the only schools that actually pulled off a first round upset. And I mean, even after that happened, the narrative was still based around this equipment manager nicknamed Mr. Aura, which that's one of the most lame nicknames
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lame. But okay, whatever.
Mr. Aura.
Yeah, we can do better than that.
I don't like him anymore.
Yeah, we can do better than that.
I don't like it anymore. That's funny.
But yeah, I think outside of that, you know, the game's been good. We have finally had a couple buzzer beaters,
Yeah.
like in the Maryland Colorado State game. That was
Yeah.
nice. But yeah, I'm interested to see how it looks going forward.
No, I'm going to be honest. I have not watched a single March Madness game since the Peacocks were eliminated. I was a big Peacocks guy. That was a big
Not
big
St.
thing
Peter's,
for me.
man. That's like
St. Peter's, the Peacocks. Love them. But I am excited for the edits in about 3-4 years of a no-name guard over some sad emo, like some mom
some like
jeans.
Pine Grove.
Yeah.
Some Pine
Just
Grove.
those are my
Need
favorite things. That's why I wish I played college basketball instead of college baseball, because I'll never get a modern baseball highlight
You
reel.
want your modern baseball Doug Eater or Eager edit? Is that?
Dude, I
the
want,
St.
yeah,
Peter's
those are
dude?
my favorite thing, because I watch him and I'm like, man, what a player, what a dynamic player. I never watched him play,
Mm-mm.
but I can tell that he was a big deal.
Absolute gem rat, man. Baller.
Can I make a comment about? I've watched like minuscule amounts of them, but I can't stand college basketball because I think it's just basketball in general. But all they do is foul each other over and over and over and over. And I saw one game that it was like 11 minutes left. We need to stop.
Well, and
Just shoot the ball. I understand last minute down. There's 3, whatever.
Well, the fun thing about fouls is a lot of times they do shoot the ball immediately after.
yeah.
Yeah, but the ones I watched did not. So.
Oh, they were just like all like on the court fouls.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they
No,
were
we're
just
in
Didn't even
bonus,
get
no
didn't even
free
get to the
throws.
bonus.
No double bonus.
interesting.
That's tough.
It just wasn't fun to watch.
That's fair. I mean, like, I understand. I definitely agree. Like a good college basketball conference to pick on specifically is the SEC. If you watch SEC conference play, the officiating throughout the year, it's frustrating because they're very like just nitpicky.
They don't.
um,
And whoa. Now, and you're right. There has to be a balance between you let them play and you call things. There has
Yeah.
to be a balance, because what happens with SEC, and this is coming from a big SEC nut over here. Sorry, not sorry. But what happens with SEC is they either let them play and it gets way too physical, or they're tic-tacky fouls and they call literally every single thing. There is no balance, and there needs to be. I said what I said.
well, I mean, I think just one way. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. You go.
And to kind of go off of what you said, I definitely think it's not as competitive as it is this year. I feel like other years it was really intense and competitive. And I don't know if it's now because they're being compensated to pay in college. That's what I feel like.
Well,
Which I'm gonna say this: they never should have started paying
Yeah,
for college.
I don't-
They never.
I don't
No,
think
I
so.
don't.
I'm gonna have to completely disagree.
Yeah,
there. I think-
100%.
I think
100%
that college athletics up until that point was schools using players and people to profit. And now that these players can actually make a profit off of their gift and their talent, I
Yeah.
think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if they're in college, it doesn't matter if
Yeah.
they're professional. They are putting their bodies on the line,
Yeah.
whether it's football, basketball. Like some of these guys
And
will
I'd-
sustain injuries that'll change
Yeah.
their life. And the fact that they have this NIL fund
Yeah.
to take some money
Yeah.
that they probably would have gotten if they would have been helpful and healthy and continued into professional career,
Yeah.
that they can still take a little bit of money that they
Yeah.
earn from their talents and can stash that to have a successful future.
Because I think it's tough, like going to practice and keeping up with academics and trying to take care of yourself as well.
Well, and it's like you have to be so meticulous with what you do, because
Yeah.
you're a role model for young children.
Yeah.
And you're in the spotlight, so like
Yeah.
yes, you have
yeah, you got all this stuff
Yeah.
balanced on top of you, and if they get to make a couple bucks because of it, oh
Not
well.
only that, like think about like an Alabama where it's like their sports is such a big, like it brings in so many more students. You know how much money they make off of
Yeah.
that?
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
And it's hard
Because
because
of the play, like the sports, like the athletes,
Yeah.
and they just get to use them. Yeah, like
Well, and you
Yeah.
can't work. When you play, even in a
Yeah.
small school,
Yeah,
like,
you
can't
I
work.
can't work and play baseball and do school.
it's
I
impossible.
could not- when I cheered at U of L, I could not do anything.
Yeah,
I
you
cheered
spend so
and
much
I-
time in it.
Yeah.
And
it's
so like you
literally
need to get
impossible.
paid just even if it's not you're not like a big name. If you're getting paid to play, like
Yeah.
you kind of need it to
Even if
survive.
it's like a retail amount of money.
pay
you
rent,
need to-
get food.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's like a small little NIL deal with a gas station, they're giving you like $300 a month.
Yeah.
Like, I need to literally get to practice and fill my stomach so I can perform
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
stability.
Like yes, sure, there are athletes that are making absorbent amounts of money.
Yes,
through
that's
the
what drives me nuts.
NIL,
Yeah.
but they're also extremely talented
Yeah.
and have earned the right to.
The guys
earn
that they
money.
pay tons of money usually go on to make tons of money in a professional sphere.
Well, and most of those already they've made themselves like a social media presence.
Yeah.
They built that for themselves, so they deserve the money.
Yeah.
Now, the one tiny little bit, now, like where I'll give Abby some credit is I think that the one thing that this does set up is like where you'll have like it's like soccer, like European football, where there's no salary caps.
Right.
So you'll
Yes.
just have like your
One
Kentuckys and your Floridas and your
Yes,
Tennessees,
yes.
all these super wealthy college basketball programs
Yeah.
that can continue to be dominant every year because they have
The money.
But
finances to field a good roster.
does I feel like that argument there's validity to it, but also all the universities people bring up were always good anyway.
Yeah, that is
Because
fair.
the
Well,
name matters more than the
that's-
money a lot of
That's
times.
true. Now, I will say and again, take Tennessee for example. Tennessee was not always good because I love the man
They've never made a
himself,
Final Four, by the way.
but I know, don't, yeah, I know, don't go there. Now, yeah, but I will say, it took Tennessee a while to get good because we had Conso Martin, Bruce Pearl, and now Rick Barnes. Rick's the one that's made us good. Bruce paid his time, did his thing, whatever.
And now he's winning at Auburn.
Yeah, Conzo was just straight trash. Okay, like I don't care. He was straight trash.
Tennessee's a baseball school.
Okay, there's some validity to that too, but
Vitello's the best college baseball coach.
yes, yes,
He won
yes.
baseball
you-
from.
Yes, I know. You're talking. Yes, Mr. Baseball Guy. I get that. Thank you.
I know
Continue.
ball.
Do you guys think Rick?
No ball.
Do you guys?
He's certified ball knower.
Do you guys think Rick Pitino should be hired back
Well, okay, so
now that players are compensated?
well, okay, so
Pitino's at St.
Yeah,
John's.
he does have a coaching job,
Mhm.
and I think that him being brought back into, there's some skepticism there, but I think he did his time, and so
Do you not remember the U of L?
the U of L,
Oh,
yeah, like
2013?
yeah, like
Yeah.
the thing,
I
yeah.
went there, I forgot.
I was like Meredith.
Well, some of the names I get mixed up.
It's okay.
That's messed
But
up the
no,
portal,
yeah.
though. NIL deal destroys the transfer portal.
Yeah,
It does, yeah.
but I mean,
U of L struggled for a moment there.
here's my biggest gripe though with coaches that complain about the transfer portal. Is
What?
you'll have coaches complain about the transfer portal, and then you'll have coaches like Will Wade that will move schools in the middle of the tournament.
Yes.
Like, don't sit there and pardon my
No.
French, and bitch and moan about players moving when they want to move. When
The
you're just
portal's
gonna,
the
when you're
portal,
just
man.
gonna pack up shop and
It's just
tell your team to screw themselves in the middle of
Yeah.
the tournament.
a lot of players are going to go to the portal.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's going to end a lot of players' careers.
Well, no. Hang on. But yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong because a lot of players have already gone to the portal. Because I read a stat 2-3 days ago. I don't remember the exact number, and I could probably find it because it's floating around out there. A lot of players have already gone to the portal. And a lot of coaches, I mean, now that A lot. I mean, look at the bracket. Most of those coaches now are eliminated. So what does that mean? Most of those coaches are talking to their athletic departments and ADs and supervisors and whoever you talk to, and they're going to get ready to do a coaching switch too. So that means that either one of two things are going to happen to the players. One, they're going to hit the transfer portal, or two, they're going to follow their coach wherever they are. So, like, say, I don't know, I'll use Nick. So, say I was going to go, say I was a coach and was going to go coach at, I don't know, Popcorn State. Again, I'm making this up. But Nick either has one of two options. He can go to the transfer portal and go play for a new coach completely, or he can follow me. And again, that's up to each individual player. There's no right or wrong way to do that. I mean, I could see it going both ways. That's okay. That has happened because even when college athletics was amateur and players didn't get paid for it, you saw that happen no matter what.
Yeah, it's like back when players can get paid, they would have to sit out for a year.
Yeah, they would.
So like,
yeah,
the only difference is now you get immediate eligibility.
Yeah, that's and I will say this. That is one good thing that I have liked about this whole NIL thing is I thought it was the dumbest thing from the NCAA to make them sit out of here because here's what that looked like to me. That looked like they were punishing them. You see what I'm saying?
They were punishing them for trying to find a new situation.
Yeah, and I didn't like that. I'll be quite honest with you. I didn't like that because it's not like the athletes themselves did anything. All they wanted to do was transfer. So Zach, that'd be like if you said, I don't like IUS baseball and went to go play at Tennessee or wherever you went and then had to sit out a year.
God, wouldn't that be something?
Hey, man,
right, but
Wouldn't that be something? Hey,
Right.
hey, Tony, give me a call, brother. Hey,
right, but you see what I'm saying. You'd have to go sit out a year, and I was like, well, hang on. Why would you do that? Because that doesn't make sense. Because then it looks like you're punishing the athlete that's trying to go, do something better for themselves.
give me Arizona over Duke.
Right. Well, right.
Okay. As segueing into that, I think
Sorry.
now a good time to go through the board and do our picks.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Or
say.
just do some
That's
picks.
what I was gonna
Yes.
say.
Do our picks. Okay. Let's see.
Who do you guys have on the end of your guys' bracket?
So
make one.
my bracket winners are Alabama and Florida.
What about you? If you had to pick a guess,
I could see all.
Alabama.
Yeah, mine is based in statistics and research.
okay.
Yeah. I
The
could.
Ken Palm ratings.
I like Texas Tech though too.
Texas Tech does have a very, very good offense and good defense.
I like
So,
Alabama. I like Texas Tech.
What do you think about? Okay,
I
Nick.
don't hate Florida.
Nick, thoughts on Auburn?
Like
it? Don't?
I mean, they have a really efficient offense.
Yeah.
And their defense is okay. I don't know. I think out of every team that's still on the board, I think it'll probably either be Florida, Alabama, or Duke that wins it. I think that
Duke's good.
You're not
I
gonna
like.
include your favorite Kentucky.
No, they're not.
No.
No,
I don't think Kentucky
think-
beats Tennessee.
I
Sad.
mean, I don't know. I
I mean, it
at
can
least
go
think
either
that
way.
Kentucky can beat Tennessee because they've already done it twice.
Yeah,
this year.
Kentucky can definitely beat us. I'm
But-
not saying that they can't, but
It's hard to beat the same team 3 times in the same year when you've already done it twice.
yeah, that's really
Um,
really hard. Just saying. Trust me, I've been there with Silver Creek. Could never beat them to save my flipping life until sectional, and then we ended up going to state that year, and I was like, finally, we did it after 2 years of trying to do it. It was awful. It's awful. Hey,
Houston beats Purdue.
Yeah.
yes.
I mean,
yes.
and like I'd say out of
I just want Trey to do well.
Out of all the
Just
one
want fellows
seeds-
to do good.
out of all the 1 seeds that are still left, the only reason that Houston has a decent offense, but it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I-
nothing to write home about. But their defense is what keeps them
I'm
pretty
just
high.
waiting for that to be an upset. When we come back in here next week.
Hey, I'll give you a high five.
You know what?
So here's
Actually, I don't care.
I don't care, nor do I.
I
don't
won't
care.
even watch the game.
so here's okay. So here. Oh, I will too. I will too. So here's my question
got
to
you.
You guys let me know who I should bet on.
So Nick, here's my question to you. You look at some of the what I call the blue bloods. So how far do you think MSU makes it? How far do you think? I mean, if Duke doesn't win, how far do you think they make it? I don't know how far Purdue makes it either. Kentucky could get beat by Tennessee. How far do you think
Listen,
Auburn
as long
makes
as
it?
Tennessee doesn't make the Final Four, I'm happy with that. I just want to be able to hold that over. Sorry, but
It's BYU.
Listen,
What do they do?
it's my favorite Tennessee meme to use, so I want to use it for another year.
I thought I liked you. Clearly, I was wrong. Okay, thank you.
I think of the blue blood teams that are left,
Yeah.
obviously Duke has the best chance of all your traditional, not like your newer teams that are really good, like your Florida, Alabama, obviously those, but of your blue bloods that are left, I think Duke is really good. MSU, like Michigan State, they have potential. They can be good, but I don't think they can beat Florida. I think they can maybe beat Auburn. Nobody down there can beat Florida. The only team that can beat Florida it'll be either Duke or Alabama.
Yeah.
I think it'll be from the West and the East. You'll probably get Duke in Florida or Bama in Florida playing
Yeah.
for the third time.
What's the story on Arkansas? Because they were mediocre at best throughout the
So-
season, or maybe even worse than that.
When-
and now they're like, whoa,
When
we're
Arkansas
here.
started SEC play, they
Go Razorbacks.
were playing John Calipari AAU ball.
Yeah.
Is what I'll just call it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They weren't playing team basketball. It would be like where they'd have one good player have a good performance on a night, and then everybody else would stink, and then they'd
Yep.
rotate to the next game and only one person. But now they're finally starting to put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on their roster, like Jonas Adu, and Arkansas is making this run, granted, without their best player right now. So that's the thing that's the most impressive. Like Adu Thiero is their best player. He's not even playing right now. But they have guys stepping up at all facets right now. If that continues to be a thing, we'll see, because Texas Tech is a really good team. But yeah, I think it'd be great if Kentucky could make it to the final, but I don't know. I don't want to be delusional.
Delusional.
I think
Do you think it was time for Cal? Do you think it was time for Cal to make that coaching
I think it's been time.
switch? Okay.
I think it was a couple years too late.
Okay.
But
If BYU wins a national championship, what are they popping? Like Kool-Aid Jammers? Or
yes,
Kool-Aid
there's
Jammers?
their
Sprites?
Sprites.
Frizzies?
There's
Are they sponsored by Swig? That's a genuine question. Does BYU and Swig have an NIL?
they're shaking the beds and drinking Kool-Aid,
Oh.
man.
Come on.
sorry.
Soak in the competition.
That went down a rabbit hole real quick.
BYU.
Nick,
I really-
Zach,
They're wet from three, man.
BYU, I really respect what you guys stand for.
Okay, but on the flip side, though, it would kind of be a slap in the face to Kentucky, because Kentucky's old head coach coached at BYU last year. So Mark Pope was a
I don't think I got enough respect for the Kool-Aid Jammers joke.
No, you
I
didn't.
thought
I'm sorry,
that was a
really
good one.
It was.
Zach, stop.
The Kool-Aid Jammers are good.
They are.
They're
Zach,
not popping bottles.
Zach,
They can't.
Zach.
It's against
Stop.
what they're for.
See, Nick,
I like Texas Tech is like kind of I think the Florida Duke Bama. I think that's a good call. I think that's a safe call.
Yeah, it's the same call.
But I'm into the shock the nation
Hey, I like that.
and Texas. It's not like a
you want a good parlay.
yeah. It's like going to sleep. It's not gonna hit, and then you wake up. All of a sudden, DraftKings hits you with a little. You're sitting fastball, it hits you curveball, but you adjusted and hit that
Right.
ball over the fence.
You thought you were down 10, now you're up 2-10, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think
I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it. I don't care.
listen, I'll be at work this weekend and I'll still be watching the game.
It's MLB opening day
Um,
tomorrow. My focus has shifted.
That's fair. That's fair.
you're a baseball guy more than a basketball guy, anyways.
Basketball can cease to exist as long as baseball's around. Football too, honestly. I would
You know
prefer
what?
it.
You know what I'm gonna say.
I don't want to have to watch Giants football again next year.
You know what I'm gonna say, and you're gonna kill me
Next
later.
year.
But besides Colorado Rockies baseball, you could cease to exist. Baseball.
That's like the worst team in the MLB.
Yeah,
though,
that's
outside
like
of the-
saying-
outside of the Athletics.
That's like saying
Well,
That's like
you
saying
can take away all the food, but leave White Castle.
Well, but see here's the thing.
I'm not even an MLB fan. And I know.
The Rockies are terrible.
Yes, I know the Rockies are terrible.
There's no
but
reason to watch the Rockies unless the only reason the Rockies exist is so you can hit that. Oh, the Rockies are playing. I'm going to bet against
And so
them.
you can hit home runs in their stadium.
Yeah, and MLB The Show.
Closer.
I've been to their stadium.
I'm sure it's great.
I like Rockies baseball.
They're terrible.
Well, that's okay. Do you want to know why I'm perfectly fine with that? Because I don't care about baseball. I like the Rockies because that was my first MLB game.
That's fair.
That's why I like the Rockies. So what if they're terrible? I don't.
They're just like the Reds, man.
I
I
don't-
do like the Giants. I will watch every Giants game.
I don't care.
New York Giants.
I mean,
Danger Russ, man.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson.
that's awful.
Mr. Unlimited.
At least we have Jameis Winston, so we can lose by 70, and he can be like, I just need the Lord to deliver me from these pick sixes.
I mean, I get it. Y'all like your sports or you play baseball or whatever, but I'm just like, I don't know.
Serious question. Let's get into the nitty gritty. LeBron, how many points is he scoring in right now? You put him in by himself.
So let's put LeBron on a 16 seed, and
Yeah.
then let's put LeBron on like Alabama State, and
Okay.
then watch him take Alabama State all the way to the final. Because listen, dude, 40.
I say he
50,
averages. He averages 40,
one done.
maybe 50.
Lakers in 5. You know, that's what I'm saying, man. Lakers in 5.
Colorado Rockies, Tennessee Smokies.
Lakers in 5.
Do the hokey pokey. Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
SGA in May. I don't want to play. Lakers in 5.
Why did the algorithm do this to me? That's funny.
Oh, Shannon.
Oh, glorious Shannon.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, that's what he does.
And your computer's dying.
The
Okay.
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that wraps up our March Madness conversation.
Much Mondo.
Is there
Dear goodness,
any other
Nick.
topics that we're feeling really passionate about to chat about at the end of the
Let's
episode?
talk about Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette. Y'all heard that album?
Yeah.
Jagged Little Pill.
Okay.
You ought to know.
Now-
Iconic.
Now hang on. How did we go from sports to this?
Hey, I opened
Yes,
the
you
floor for discussion.
Yes, you did, but I don't understand how. I don't understand. I do not understand. But okay.
It's an album by Alanis Morissette,
Hey,
Canadian
listen,
pop
this-
star.
What?
Do
Meredith?
share.
Go. Go.
Do share.
I really think it would have been fun if I were to have cheered at a college that was like crazy.
Like good at basketball, like not Louisville.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had a good cheer team, so it's fine. You get front row seats to all these games.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
And you get to travel everywhere. And
I feel
Yeah.
like
Well, yeah.
Until they lose.
Until they lose, because I'll be honest with you, I had, because of what I did in high school with the whole managing thing, I had an opportunity to manage at the next level, whether it be here or because for a little bit I thought about going to Bloomington to